Hey there! So, I watched Tokyo Godfathers, uh, 2003 anime movie, uh, written and directed by Satoshi Kon. Kon? I don't know. Satoshi Kon. Uh, who was a very notable anime director. He made some pretty notable stuff. Um, Perfect Blue was a big one. Paprika as well. Very notable. He's actually pretty influential, like in the West as well, among like Western directors. Uh, Guillermo del Toro and Darren Aronofsky have both cited him as big influences. Um, anyway, oh, also, movie was produced by Madhouse, which is one hell of a production company. They've got some incredible stuff under their belt. Anyway, Tokyo Godfathers. Um, so the premise of the movie is that three homeless people find uh, a baby abandoned on Christmas Eve. And if that sounds heartwarming, then there's something that kind of wrong with you. Um, it is a weird movie. So yeah, these three homeless people find a baby abandoned on Christmas Eve. And yeah, it is about as heartwarming as it sounds. I mean, I joke, but there is a lot of heartwarming. There actually is a lot of heartwarming elements to it. Some definitely like dark stuff to it going on, but there is some a lot of heartwarming stuff too. So the three hobos. There's a guy in his 40s who lost his wife and daughter and gave up on life afterwards. There's a trans woman who wants to be a mother, thus finding an abandoned baby was pretty exciting for her. And there's a teen girl who ran away from home. We do find out more about why each of these people is on the street. Um, we get some stuff into their backstories, their families. As they try to track down the mother of the baby. Um, the trans woman wants to meet. So Hannah, the trans woman, wants to meet the mother to ask why she would have thrown the baby away. In the process of looking for the baby's mother, they named the baby Kyoko, as an aside. Um, so yeah, as they're trying to find the baby's mother, uh, they get into all sorts of weird stuff. There's they save they accidentally save a yakuza boss's life, um, and he takes them to his daughter's wedding, which is going on that night, as a way of thanking them. Um, Things go weird there, and there's stuff with finding another homeless man who dies. There's um, the teen girl gets kidnapped with the baby. By the Spanish mafia, weirdly. Uh, there's just a lot that goes on. A lot goes on in this movie. Um, there's a lot, and like there's a lot of sort of weird coincidences where characters get separated and then come back together through just very strange coincidences that feel like it's fate. Feel like a lot of them feel like there are miracles going on. Hannah, in particular, thinks that the baby just has miracles following her around. And it as wild and absurd as it gets, it actually is like really fun. But also like really a lot of really touching stuff. Some really hard stuff, but some really touching stuff. Um, I will note there is some homophobic and transphobic language. Um, because it's a 2003 movie in Japan about hobos. So, not exactly the most progressive group. That said, it is actually also like really good trans rep. Um, it doesn't feel like the film itself is really judging Hannah. And like that it actually kind of supports her wanting to be who she wants to be, or wanting to be who she is. It's mostly just the homeless guy, the man, Jin. He's sort of the main source of the homophobia and transphobia. Other people, including the teen runaway Miyuki, and along with some other people, basically seem to accept that, no, sure, Miss Hannah. So, well, some of the language is not what people should say. It's not what people should say, but it's what a lot of people do say. And even then, Jin isn't really all that transphobic about it. Just whenever he wants to piss Hannah off, or whenever Hannah's pissing him off, and he wants to hurt her, he'll say something mean. But a lot of the mean stuff he says is nothing to do with her gender anyway. So, being hobos, they do bicker a lot. They don't really have anything except each other, and that's sort of the worst part for them. So, they do bicker a lot, but there is definitely a lot of there is a clear bond between the three as well, and that bond does grow stronger over the course of the movie in a really good way. The animation's really good, as one would expect of a Madhouse production. They just, they're just a really good production company. So the animation is really good, and expected Satoshi Kon, who was very much well respected. So very expressive, um, good sense of energy for the high energy bits. Um, Good use of mood for the quieter parts. And yeah, like I said, it is a really good movie. It is definitely worth watching. It is a great Christmas movie, and it very much is a Christmas movie. It's not just that it's set at Christmas. It's Christmas is a major element. That said, again, Japan tends to celebrate Christmas a little bit differently from uh, English speaking countries. The differences aren't really as on display there as as one would expect. Um, but that is definitely a thing. Um, Also, the movie really, really like it to a certain extent, kind of a love letter to um, Japan as well. All right, yeah. Big theme of family. Family is definitely a major theme. Uh, that's probably the biggest theme, actually, is family, both biological and found. Because all three of the main characters are actually. Hannah's biological family isn't really a factor. It doesn't really get brought up much, except for, her father being awful. But for, you know, Jin and Miyuki both have biological families that are a big part of their backstories. And their are a big part of their character arcs in the movie. But there's also the found family of those three as a found family. So it is definitely a big part of it. Um, Kon did also really want to push the idea of miracles and coincidences. So that, you know, there's, a little bit of a pushback against, you know, coincidence in fiction. Um, yeah, I suppose not really, but he did want to really like highlight, that idea, meaningful coincidences and impossible events. Um, yeah. Like I said, great movie, definitely worth watching. Um, not a lot of time before Christmas, so You might want to get that watch in real quick, real soon, because Christmas is just a couple days away. But or you can wait until next Christmas, or I mean, you can watch it after Christmas. There's nothing wrong with There's nothing that says you have to watch it at Christmas. But yeah, definitely it is a movie that is worth watching. It is great. Great movie. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.